If you look at senior leadership in corporate life, only around 6% are executive directors. Movement has taken place, but the executive positions, very senior level in corporations, in medicine, in the professions and in education remain resolutely low.
I've worked for HSBC outside the UK for the last 15 years, and coming back to the UK, I was struck at the percentage of women in senior leadership roles in banking hasn't changed considerably, and that frustrates me.
I think the main thing that holds women back is confidence.
Men look at the list of criteria required for a job, and if they have 3 of 10, they think they can do it and they throw their hat in the ring. Women are almost on the opposite extreme, so they might have 7 or 8 of those 10 skills, but they hesitate.
Honestly, I don't know the answer. I don't think anybody does. But the number of times that confidence, environment, support, lack of role models, and need for women to take risks comes through.
I sometimes think that the way our education system works means that women get something that's been termed good girl syndrome. So when girls are quiet and get on with things, they get a lot of praise. And so they come out of, I think, our school and university system thinking that if you do a good job, you will get noticed for it. And I'm not sure that quite prepares them for the hurly-burly of a lot of workplaces where actually you have to draw attention to yourself to get noticed.
A woman science teacher who taught in an all-girls school, she said the girls, they would perform the experiment immaculately, they would clean up beautifully. She came to an all-boys school, they would do the experiments, lots of explosions, things breaking all over the place. Some of them actually managed to get to the end of the experiment. The place looked like a bomb site when they'd finished, but they had learned to take risks, to be curious, and they probably learned a significant amount more than the girls. And it's bridging that gap from that intelligence, application and focus into a broader, more networked, more risk-taking person that I think is part of the issue.
The culture in university is you want to be promoted because you want your academic credentials to be recognised. But actually leadership and management don't come into it. They don't come into it until much later on.
I'm chairing the NCUB Women in Leadership Group because I have come to realise that it is too important an issue to leave on the sideline.
I think one of the things that appealed to me about the group was that the members of it come from a very diverse range of companies. So it was very interesting to me to see people who'd gone into a commercial environment straight from university and had obviously been on that leadership track right from the very beginning.
What I'm hoping that we see within the next 5 years is we really start a very open dialogue between business and our educational institutes, so that there is far more openness around the opportunities available and some of the challenges that young women face as they progress in their career.
Often people like to recruit or appoint people like them, and I think we have to challenge that to be more brave about appointing people that are different from us.
I think we make a lot of assumptions about why women do things or don't do things. I don't think we actually have a really good evidence base from which we're working, so I think an enormous amount of proper research is needed.
I think that businesses should be allowed to choose based on merit, and that's the only way that it will work for men and for women. But I do think that there should be some general move towards building a pipeline which has a higher representation of women, and then helping those women as they go through the pipeline.
Having a board or a panel or an assessment centre that reflects true diversity, I think, is really important.
If we're going to solve the problem in the shorter term, I would like to see a lot of work targeted at people in middle management. But that's not going to solve the problem. We have to address the whole problem of the pipeline, and that starts in schools.
Sometimes in a crisis you may need a more autocratic style, but other times you really need buy-in, and you will do much better with a facilitating style. So bringing different styles together is very, very important for an organisation.
We need someone, male or female, to really champion and message the intent around increased diversity and make more bolder interventions.
I think we've got to help women in all sorts of ways understand what they need to do to take themselves forward.
For any society to grow, you have to make the maximum use of your potential. I do think things need to change.
Why wouldn't we want to bring the opinion, the views, the characteristics and the qualities of half the population to leadership? Because if we build teams like that, we build more successful businesses.